be honest, you gotta battle these fleshly and these worldly things. That's really the. You look at scripture. That's really what the big battle is. Period. You either gonna choose to be obedient to the word, or you gonna follow the world. You know, which one you gonna do? And word play on that, because I'm big on words. There's only one letter to separate them two words.
What's that?
Word and world. You gotta lose that L so you can obey the word. The word. And that L can mean anything, you know, lose, life, live, love, whatever it is. That's how I kind of play off of it.
What about lowest point?
Lowest point, all that.
Do you feel like, have you experienced the lowest of points you feel like?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's humbling when you're at your low. And like I said, for me, I wrestle spiritually. So when I'm at my low, that's where I go. And it's taught me how to embrace the low. When you at the bottom, you really don't have nowhere else to go but up. So my foundation is deep rooted. You know, my whole family. I'm the only one in my family not married.
Only one?
The only one. I had to be. Out of my immediate family. You know,
Right,
I mean,
right,
you know,
right.
listen, like,
Yeah.
But I was the oldest on both sides, you know,
Okay.
with my grandparents. And so, you know, and, you know, just growing up, like I said, you know, I had a plethora of different type of men that I, you know, pick and chose and bit off of certain things here and there. So, you know, that's kind of how that happened. But yeah, man, you know, at the low, you know, you don't have nowhere but to go. Is up.
That's good. And so again, we talk about this platform. We talk about this cause. A big part of why we're doing what we're doing right now with this movement, with this push or this action for change is trying to change the lives of the next generation to come, right?
Absolutely.
We talk about that there's been media showing that there have been children involved in very violent crimes, even including the parade, right? And so knowing what you know now, knowing how you've grown up, I mean, what kind of advice would you give somebody that was a 15-year-old you or somebody somebody idolizing you right now that said, oh man, I want to be in a gang and I want to go to jail, I want to go to prison.
It ain't worth it.
Can you elaborate a little bit for us?
I mean, if that's what it's kind of crazy because it seems like that's what people want to do. But I say that they're so desensitized from reality. I mean, we could talk, we can go layers deep on that, but I'm gonna stay on the surface. It ain't nothing that, you know, you should glorify, you know, wanting to be a gang member, wanting to go to jail or any of that. For us, because the system has been so set up for us to fail anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can go layers deep, way back to slavery, the Jim Crow movement, even with the migration of our people coming to these major cities, getting redlined, being trapped in these cities, you know, a lot of oppression.
Yeah.
So it's been easy for us to be in, you know, well, it ain't no easy, we are in survival mode. So the things that are accessible, and that's the norm,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like I said, desensitized to it. You gotta look at the music, you gotta look at the movies, you gotta look at the video games.
Yeah.
Everything is desensitizing folks, so they feel like, you know, the streets ain't the streets no more. You don't have to go out to the streets to go learn nothing no more. It's in the click of your hand.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, from actually involved, even with some of my elders, knowing the stories, knowing the hurt, the pain that I seen them dealing with, and seeing where it's at now, you know, I got more of an understanding on, you know, look, hey, it's a setup.
Yeah.
You know, so this is not nothing you wanna do.
Are you sorry that you put your parents and your grandparents through or do you feel like you even put them through anything as you tried to navigate life and landing in jail and making the decisions that you made?
I feel in a way, because we all have, you know, done our fair share parts of certain things, but, you know, I'm not big on judging. Those who maybe judge me, I tell them to, you know, look in the mirror, you know, but, you know, my girl got this thing talking about you got the caught and the uncaught. You know, a lot of people just don't get caught.
Right.
You know, they get away with it and things of that nature. I got away with a lot.
Were you mad when you got caught?
Hell yeah. Oh, I don't know if I can.
You good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say mad. It just was one of those things where, you know, hey, it comes with the territory. You know, it just comes with the territory. So, yeah.
Let me do something real quick. So, if you could take 60 seconds and just take a moment to just kind of recap some of the things that we talked about, understanding this movement, understanding what God is doing in this, using this platform, right? If you could take 60 seconds and look at that camera right there, if you could just say a bit of advice or give a word to somebody looking, both men, young people, women. I mean, God said he'll use anybody to deliver his message, right?
No doubt.
If you would take 60 seconds, look in that camera and just tell them whatever it is that's on your heart at this point.
Put God first in all that you do. If I had to tell the youth anything or anybody, like I said earlier, there's 3 C's. I'm gonna go with these 3 C's. If when you're trying to figure out life, you're navigating through life, trying to become successful, accomplish goals, you know, that first C I'm gonna say is don't have no children. Don't add no responsibility when it's hard to be responsible for yourself. The second one is don't mess up your credit. You know, I know there's a lot of things out here that, you know, got to get rich quick schemes. You got, hey, you know, I haven't had nothing. Hey, apply for this, get that. You can't pay it back. The third one would be don't do nothing criminal. Like I said, it's designed to keep us down. And the only way to, you know, to try to navigate in this life and understand your purpose and your mission is, you know, try to avoid those and put God first and find you some good people to be around.